fake. We just asking you to press past how you feel and be honest about where you really are. And so it's about having a positive attitude or a positive mindset or having, positive structure. And there's nothing wrong with being positive. And so when people are telling you that you need to have a positive attitude or a positive mindset, nobody's telling you to be fake or be phony or anything. It's just saying to make a determination or make a decision that you're not going to allow what's going on externally to affect your behavior. So when he's saying, rejoice in the Lord, again, I say rejoice, it's saying like, learn how to get happy with what God is doing in your life rather than your life itself. Amen. Sometimes your life sucks. But the God in your life is doing really well. And so sometimes my attitude ain't because everything in my life is going the way that I want it, but I have a positive attitude because the God that I'm serving, his character is enough for me to get excited about. Because he's the God that never sleeps or summer, because I know he's going to show up for me. It's enough to get me excited. Even though I don't feel like my circumstance or my external environment is very positive, it's upbeat, but I believe that because I'm praying and I'm declaring the word and I'm speaking that it's what's going on internally in me, my healthy attitude is going to change. You ever had a positive attitude and you went into a negative situation and it got turned around just because of the vibe that you were giving out? We say vibe, but the energy you were giving out because of the mindset you choose to have. So having a healthy attitude and a healthy mindset, it really can control, it can really change the condition of your situation, of your circumstance. But a lot of times we won't do it and we be conditioned by what we feel, that we won't come outside of ourselves to say, you know what, I'm having a bad day. Everything, the day ain't bad. It's just what's going on in my day seems to be bad. But let me press past that and let me think on something positive, something good. Let me think about what God is doing. Let me reflect on the promises that are yet to happen. Let me think on what is unfolding in my life. And so that's enough for me to get happy. That's good. I'm living, somebody can't even get up. Nobody, I'm walking, somebody couldn't even get up out of the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bedridden. And a lot of times I thought about my father. I said, Lord, he failed and he was in the hospital last week. And I was like, wow, you know what? I said, it made me grateful to be able to walk. And I never took walking for granted until I said, how you doing, Pop? And he said, I can't get out of the bed. And then it was when he said he couldn't get out of bed that it was reflective of me that I'm walking, but I'm complaining. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get up. I don't feel like it. It's hot. All this stuff is going on, but I can walk. Amen. And so even though everything in the day wasn't going the best, the fact that I could walk, it made me rejoice. Lord, let me leave. Because somebody can't even get up. And so even though my situation was jacked up, the fact that I had to find something positive that I was able to do, that somebody wish they could do, that would make their day turn around, if they could get up, he said, if I could just walk around the bed, it would make my day. You understand what I'm saying? So I learned to rejoice and have a positive attitude about something that I was able to do that somebody wish they could do. So when he said rejoice in the Lord always, again, I said rejoice. So why does he have to be redundant? Because we have to keep telling you, come out of that devil. We have to keep telling you, like, okay, it ain't that bad. Come on, somebody wish they could be in your situation. I know what I'm doing. No, come on, like, really? Somebody wish that they could be in your situation. No, you don't know how jacked up it is. Yeah, it is jacked up. But somebody wish they could be in a jacked up situation free. Somebody locked up and say, you know what? I wouldn't even mind a jacked up situation if I could go outside my door and catch some fresh air. So there are some things that we don't really understand to appreciate until we get in position. So we have to keep being reminded about the behavior that we should have. So you have to tell, like, stay positive. Stay on the positive tip. You being negative. All that poison coming out your mouth right now. You speaking death to your situation. Why don't you speak life? Instead of you speaking positive, you speaking negative. So you're igniting a negative seed. So how you gonna look for something positive to come out of something that you don't even believe is positive? You speaking negativity to something that's already bad. Now, what is the balance of it? Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. We don't know how to be moderate. I'm an extremist. You know, if I go in there and I eat one fried egg bar, I'm going for another. I don't know how to eat one fried egg bar and just go to bed. Y'all know the fried egg bar. Y'all know the fried egg bar. Klondike. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Ice cream.
I got it, y'all. I got it.
Them things y'all eat, because y'all eat enough of them, that's how y'all know. But you know, I don't know how to be mine. Like, I go down there and I go back downstairs and devil said, one more. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. An hour later, I was like, I'm still not going to do it. That third hour, I said, you won. And I find myself not having discipline to be moderate. Whenever you find there's a lack of moderation, there's a lack of discipline.
That's good.
And so what we have, we don't know how to be disciplined in something that we like or we enjoy. That's why we become obsessive with something that we enjoy. That's why we overeat. But we say, ooh, that's good. So then you want all of it.
Right.
Like you can't get 3 Oreos. You want 5, and then you want 6, and then you want 9. Then you want the whole, you know, you just keep eating them till they're gone. Right. Because we don't know how to be disciplined. Say, okay, that's good for now. Tomorrow, let me be balanced. Let me just put it out, you know, 2 days. You know, I'm gonna wait till my cheat day. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. Everybody should know when they say you moderate. Everybody should know that you're disciplined. And people can look at you and know that your lifestyle ain't disciplined.
Right.
And that's what people should never be able to look at us and say you're undisciplined. Not just in your way, but in your speech.
Right.
You just saying stuff off the cuff. People like, did you really just say that? Because your tongue is so undisciplined that you can't hold yourself. That even when you're around people that you shouldn't be saying, you still say inappropriate stuff around people because you're undisciplined.
Right.
You could be undisciplined and talking too much. You could be undisciplined and not having enough fire or energy to speak when you need to.
That's true.
See, it can work both ways. You know what I'm saying? You're not balanced up. You could be out. You talk too much or you shut down. You don't have to be disciplined. You don't have to say, okay, I know how when I got a lot to say to wait till it's my time. And then I need to know, you know, when, you know, it's time to speak about something that's really, but that's enough. You know how you in an argument, you know how arguments it's few because we don't know when that's enough. Okay, you got your point across. But it ain't the point that we want a reaction.
Right.
So when you don't get the reaction that you want, that's what you keep saying it for. Because you haven't got the reaction you want. You want them to be upset as you are. You won't be disappointed. You want them. What I told somebody, if somebody apologized or they say sorry, they ask you to forgive them, what more do you want from them? I can't give you no more than what the Bible requires. Forgiveness. So once I say, would you forgive me? I don't have to give you anything else. I'm asking you for it. Even if you decide you're not going to give it to me, I'm not going to ask you. There's nothing more to ask from. But people want you to say you sorry and then they want some more. Well, I know you sorry, but that ain't enough. Okay, then you want more than what God wants. That will make you God and not him. I can't do it. Jesus. And people get upset because they want to be your little God. And when you tell them that place is already occupied, I can't give it to you. So when I ask you to forgive me, you tell me that's not enough, I don't know what else to tell you. What's up? The room was silent, okay? Because that's y'all. You know, because people when they tell you they sorry, it ain't enough for you. But you say you sorry and the world's supposed to come together. The heavens are to open up and everything should fall out because you said it. But when it comes to us, because you still feel something for it or feel some way by it, you feel like it's not adequate enough. Whatever's left over, you need to go work it out with God. Jesus. There are some things that not going to be released with people saying because it ain't going to move you. There's some things that God got to move because you're incapable. And some people, you don't trust them or what they say enough to let what they say move what they place there. You got to let God do it. But what you do have to do is give them the area so they can release it. But you can't hold people bound when you still left, where you at. And we get upset when people seem like they moved on and you still stuck. Right. How you okay and you did me wrong? Because they asked you to forgive them, they moved on and you didn't. So you want them bound in a place of hurt and disappointment because you did. But you there because you choose. because you could have cast your care on him because he cared for you and moved on too. It didn't go over good. The Lord is at hand, and that's what you be mindful of. How do I stand in a place of balance? The Bible says that a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. He's at hand to help me balance life.
That's good.
My workflow, ministry, my personal life, my career, my business, what I want to do, what I don't want to do, what I need to do, trying to find that place of balance. And that's what most of us are, trying to find balance between your work life, your career, your relationship, your aspirations, your dreams, your educational struggle. How do I do all of these things at one time? Which do I give enough energy to? How do I distribute my time properly without feeling inadequate? Because no matter what you do, some area of your life is unsatisfied. That's because you ain't got no vision board. See, in your vision board, it should already not only have a vision of what you want in the details of your journey, but you should also have the amount of time you're going to contribute to it.
Amen.
But you're not disciplined with your time, so you know you're not going to do it. You say you're going to get up and pray at 7 because you know you have to be to work by 8 because you got other stuff to do because your day going to be busy. But what you want to do, you want to get up at 7:30, you want to sleep past and say, well, I'll make it up at the end of the day. And that's why when you get your list is not done. Not because you didn't have enough time, but because you lack discipline. And because you lack discipline, your attitude is not positive about what you have to do. So you're negative, and so what you do, you fall into a slump of being slowful. And then so you slow up from doing what you're supposed to do until you go through stages of not doing nothing at all. And then you get a burst of energy. Now you try to do everything and burn out. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give solutions before my book come out. You don't have to pay for it. Listen what he's saying. Be careful for nothing, but everything by prayer and supplication. That's the thing we don't want to do with everything. That's what I don't want to happen with everything. You're not careful. You're careless. And the opposite of careful is careless. You careless with your thought pattern. That's why the enemy got so much space in your mind.
Jesus.
You careless with your heart. That's why you don't give it to the wrong person. Now you don't know what parts of it is. All right. You careless with your intellect. That's why you'll use it on anything. And so we're not careful with things that God says value. Your heart, your spirit. We're not careful with purpose for your life, your vision for your life. You're not careful with it. So he said, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. And what we don't, well, I got to pray about woman. Why I got to pray about that? I just know what I like and I want what I want. You may have what you want, but it may not meet your needs for your future. See, what we've learned, because we're now people, we learn to get something that's adequate for now, but it becomes deficient for our future. So we struggle with deficiencies because I already know you don't have what I need, but you can pacify me for now, and then I'll just use you till I can find what I need so I can dump you.
Right.
Then we wonder why our relationships are unhealthy. Because you want somebody to give everything to you when you got plans to dump them in the future. Jesus! You're not honest enough and good enough to say, you're not what I want. And I'm just riding until I find what I want. And I'm going to get rid of you because y'all ain't real like that. What you do, you pretend they everything that you need until you see something that better satisfies what you need. And then you find a reason that why they're deficient now, but they were deficient when you begin with them. And this is why people are so broken and frustrated, because now you're telling me that I'm not what you need when you pretended to be that I was everything that you needed. Only to find that as we got futuristic that I wasn't what you wanted. And it wasn't that you didn't want me, it's that you couldn't meet my need. And see, that's why he said, you're supposed to have a helpmeet. A helpmate, somebody's going to help meet the needs of your future, meet the needs of your purpose. And they can't do it because they don't satisfy. They don't match the criteria with what God said about your life. And so that's why we can be happy for 10 years and then we fall off and hate each other. Jesus. That's why we can be happy for 2 months and then the rest of the month we don't want to speak to each other. Because the inadequate of them being able to provide. Because one thing I learned about relationships, when you're in relationships, they are nurtured and it makes you grow. Because another person expands you, they sharpen you. That's right. They cause you to explore parts of your mind, your attitude, your disposition that you never considered. So you can't be in a relationship and fail to grow. Whether you grow out or whether you grow up, you're gonna grow.
That's true.
Now, can your space accommodate your growth? And this is where we run into problems, because who I am and what I am cannot accommodate the growth that I have, because they don't have the capacity to hold me in place. And that's why I see me leaking the other side, but I begin to lurk and look for other things, because you didn't have enough to hold the capacity of who I was and who I developed to become. It doesn't make you bad or wrong, it just makes you inefficient. Not as a person, but inadequate for me. I can't talk this thing. But in everything we pray. So you have to pray like, Lord, help me to not only know where I am, but to understand where I'm going. And see, that's why it's so important. I keep talking y'all about vision and purpose, because if you don't know vision and you don't understand your purpose, you don't know how much you're gonna grow. That's why you and the person you are both surprised about your change. I didn't know you were gonna go back to school. You gonna open a business? How you gonna do that? Because you didn't see my vision. You didn't see me going past where I am. And so it's important that you know, so that when you're dealing with people and you can begin to talk about your vision and purpose for your life, and in one conversation you can find out if they can satisfy.
That's right.
But you know, we're afraid, because most people we deal with, we know they can't meet the need.
My God.
Huh? Most people we deal with, we already know in advance that where we are and where they are won't match. But because they satisfy a physical need, we'll go with that, even though we know emotionally they'll never be able to be where we are.
Hallelujah.
They may look good on your arm, but they may not good for your future.
Yes, Lord. Come on.
So we have to pray, and supplication is a request. I got to make known. There are some things that you know you're adequate in, and you need to be praying for somebody who can match you, your inadequacy. When you're weak, they have a strength about it. But it's hard for us because we strong in every area.
Right.
So it is very challenging to say you meet the need where I'm deficient. Because you can't admit none of your deficiencies.
Jesus.
So even when you're deficient, your pride won't let you be honest about it. So you rise up in pride and say you're confident in the area that you're deficient, and so you have false pride, and so you can never grow or be helped in the area that needs to be nurtured and grown, because you fail to be truthful.
Yeah, we did.
If you ask people how they are, everybody's great communicators. Being a great texter don't mean you're effective communicator. Because you can take messages and you good on the computer and you can see emails, don't mean you're adequate and effective in communication.
That's right.
This is what we have to do in this generation. We have to tell people, let's put the phone down and let's talk.
Let us talk.
See, it's that humanness we got to keep. Like some conversations don't ever need to be had even over the phone, over texting. We need to look each other in the eye, because there's some things that I can sense about you that I can't sense through a text. Right. Matter of fact, we're gonna be more misunderstood through a text if we just talk.
Hello.
But people text because they're cowards.
Oh Lord.
Because we're not bold enough to talk about our inadequacies and our deficiencies verbally. Because it's something about being accountable to where I'm not. When I have to say it, it becomes like real.
My God.
Amen.
This is not going on with them. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Listen, with thanksgiving, let your request be known to God. Some things I'm like, okay, let me say this, because this is going to be upset some people. Just because you make your request known don't mean you get a yes for it.
Come on. That's true.
And I think that's one of the things about Christianity that people don't want, because we've been told, name it, claim it, grab it. It's not true. So they come looking for a Cinderella story in the kingdom and not find it.
All right.
And find out that there are some no's in the kingdom. Like any structured parent tells you kids no. Like, no, you can't do that. No, you're not going to act like that. No, you're not going to do that. No. That's healthy. That's balance.
Yeah.
That's discipline.
Amen.
But the reality, you have to be honest and say, God, I really don't like this. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. That's why our relationships are bad. Because you want to talk when you want to talk, not when we need to talk.
Right. Amen.
Because I don't feel like talking, but we need to talk. Well, I need me time. No. The Bible says this, communicate and forget not, which such what?
Sacrifice.
God is what?
Well pleased.
God is pleased when you don't talk and you don't want to. You say, oh, that's good, I like that. You didn't want to talk about it, but you got to. Go ahead and do it.
No.
So God don't try to let you get to yourself. God don't take you take 5 minutes. Lie. It's not true. It's not in line with scripture. But that's you so used to getting your way that you don't determine that in order for you to function properly, what you say, I have to have my way to function. If I don't get my way, it's going to be hard for me to function properly. It is a sacrifice to talk when you don't want to. But isn't that the foundation of real relationships? When you sacrifice your friend, you want to be asleep, but they're going through something, you stay up with them to discuss or to listen to them or listen to them cry with them or whatever it is, or hear them out or hear their vision. You tired, you want, but it's that sacrifice. You don't want to go, but they want you to go. They need somebody to come to them. You make that sacrifice. That's the foundation of relationships. And we want relationships without sacrifice. Ooh, let your request be known unto God. So you got to talk to God about it. And then you got to be mature enough when God says no.
Amen.
No. My friend, she was like, let's go, can we go out to lunch this week? I was like, no, we can't go this week. She said, why not? I said, because my pleasure's out of order. It ain't safe for you. See, people are used to that type of real talk. Say, what do you mean it's not safe for me? I was like, because I know I can have you tonight. And I don't want to. I want to, but I want to stay safe. There's some things that on the table that I don't want to risk it.
Jesus.
And see, you a distraction for me. And there's some things I got to do in this season of my life. I can't miss it. I'm about to be 50. And there's some things I ain't got another 50 years to wait to happen for me again. It's got to happen for me now. And so when you understand that discipline holds you back from desire.
Amen.
She said, I respect that. I've never heard nobody say that to me. I said, well, hey, thank you, because I didn't think I would have to say it to nobody. That's nothing you want to say, but it's what needs to be said.
Yeah.
See, that's a discipline coming. I don't want to say that because I want to keep the game, but I need to say that to hold myself accountable. And there's some things you can't leave up in your head. You got to speak out your mouth. That's the only way you become accountable to it. Many of you try to be accountable for thoughts that never became words. But it's your words that you have been accountable to more than your thoughts.
Amen. That's it.
Your words will have more weight with you than what you think about. When once you verbally say them and you say them to somebody, you feel accountable for what you say. Like if you say, I'm not gonna eat no ice cream today. You say it in your mind, you'll go right in there and eat it because nobody hold you accountable. But if I say, I'm not gonna eat ice cream, you say, don't you say you ain't gonna eat no ice cream? I was like, I did say that. I forgot. Lie. You know what I'm saying? But at least, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm held accountable, I may just get one spoonful rather than the whole bowl. That's what accountability does. That's why some things you have to say when you say, you know what? I'm not gonna talk off to you. I'm not gonna talk crazy, baby. No matter what happens, I'm not gonna talk crazy to you. I'm a find a way positive to convey my message to you without hurting you or offending you. Jesus. But still speak the truth to you in love. So when you get mad, you're like, see, I'm telling you that. Know what you said. You said you weren't gonna raise your voice. You said you weren't gonna, and then we get mad. I don't care what I said. I'm going. And no, yeah, you wasn't a baboon when you said that. You was still human. You still was human when you made that commitment.
Jesus.
Never go over it. Amen. You said you wasn't gonna nag. That's what you said, and you're nagging. Now I don't want to crawl up on top of the roof. Like the Bible says, better be on the rooftop than in the house of a quarrelsome woman. Now,
Good.
we don't want the neighbors to know our business. So
Right.
I ain't gonna be on the roof, so you need to shut that down. Accountable for your actions. You say you didn't want to fuss like your mama. You sound just like your mama. I am not my mother. No, you're not her. She's over there. You're here. But you the same behavior.
Amen.
Listen. And the peace of God. That's why you ain't got no peace. What you know what I'm learning? Peace only really comes with truth. And as long as you're dishonest or you're not conveying the full essence of what you mean, it'll never be any real peace.
Wow.
False peace can come and we can get flattering words, but it won't last.
Right.
God dealt with me something the other day, and I'm telling you, I'm still meditating on it. He told me, he said, do you want to be impactful or empowered? And he said, you can be impactful and it'll impact that person for the moment, and then it'll go away. Like if you punch somebody in the stomach, it'll hurt, they can feel the hit of it, but after a while, eventually over time, it'll go away. But if you empower them by teaching them how to fight, no matter where they go, no matter where they are, they'll know how to do that.
Jesus.
So I had to make a decision because I always thought you want to make an impact. You want to make an impact. God said, no. That's what man said, make an impact. But I said, empower. So if you want to empower people, and you got to be full of instructions.
All right.
You got to have wisdom and you got to have knowledge. And wisdom ain't never applies knowledge. You know how to take what you know and lay it down in such a manner that it causes you to appear, it causes you to handle things in such a manner that brings an expected end or a positive result. It brings solutions. It brings advancement. That's how you know the difference, because if you got to look at what am I doing? Is it advancing me? Is it flourishing? Can others be partakers of it?
Right.
Can they develop from it?
Amen.
Amen. And the peace of God which surpasses all understanding shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. And that's what I'm learning. Like, sometimes I found out that I thought I had peace in my mind, but I didn't have it in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't nothing going on, but I still feel some kind of way on the inside about some things.
Wow.
But there's nothing going on externally to make me feel this way. But because I refuse to let peace come in there, there's nothing going on, but I still got stuff going on. I feel like there's turmoil when there really isn't none. There's nothing I can point to and say, well, that happened, and that happened, and that happened. You woke up and like, ain't nothing really going on. Like, well, why, what's wrong? You look off. You ain't talking about it. You know, you acting funny like, well, no, I'm good. But you're not really good. But there's nothing to point at that you can say that happened. Like, oh man, they took that at the gas station. Or, you know, something you can point to validate a type of behavior. We're still talking about having a positive behavior. So it's because in your heart, as your soulish part, you ain't got no peace about how you feeling about something. And the reason why we don't, because we don't confront issues that we don't like.
All right now.
Or we fail to celebrate things that we do. We always forget to tell people thank you, or we appreciate them, or let me know how much they value until something feel like it's jeopardized. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not compliments that are given, but the true essence of appreciation. Look at relationships until it's about to be broke. Well, we about to go out the way. Well, I really do love you. I just want you to know I ain't never thought about it. Well, why you didn't say that Tuesday when we were just nothing was going on? Why I couldn't get that from you? Why I couldn't understand the value of our friendship until I'm moving?
Right, you helping.
Why can't I understand how much you value the time we spend together until I'm too busy?
That's it, I guess.
Amen. Like, quiet up in here tonight. Woo. It has to be a peace that will happen in your heart. Like, I'm okay by how I feel.
Whoa.
I don't like it, but I got a peace about it. Because I believe that what I feel is not going to be a condition or it's not going to be systemic to everything else that's going to happen. And when all my worlds come together, you understand what I'm saying? That one thing ain't going to be the cause, or they ain't going to cause everything to flourish with everything that's going on in my world. Because we have multiple systems that come together. That's where the confusion, because we don't know the time of when this world goes to come and that world goes to come, and these different worlds that we're dealing in.
That's good.
It's when they intertwine and they clash that we have confusion.
Wow.
Or we have implosion inwardly, because you trying to deal with what's on your job, you trying to deal with the fact that what's going on in your relationship, and you ain't talking about it. Now you trying to deal with, your mama got on your nerve, and you didn't get to tell mama not today, and all that stuff. And then so everybody get it out your mouth. Everybody's getting something that you could have been handled if you just found peace and just dealt with that thing one-on-one as it came.
Yeah.
But we just said, I'm gonna deal with that later. I'm gonna talk to them later. I'm gonna wait them,
That's right.
I got to remember next week. I ain't forgot. Well, why you gonna let something negative linger in your spirit for 2 weeks,
That's good.
Lord, you
4
help me.
days, 3 days? Why not talk about it and get over it?
You help me.
You know what I'm learning? We don't know how to say it. Learn how to get over stuff. We don't know how to get over stuff. You know what? The essence of things that go bad because we don't know how to get over it. It takes us so long to recover.
Amen.
This is what I was going to the city today, and I was ministering to somebody. I told him this. I said, the Lord told me this. It should take you they said, how long should it take for me to forgive somebody? And I said, I asked God that, and God told me as long as you ask, as quickly it take you to ask me to forgive you. So if it takes you a long time, you want God to take a long time to forgive you, then that's how long you take to forgive somebody else. Because the Bible says, as a man sow it, that also shall he reap. Some of y'all, it's so hard for people to get over you because that's how hard you do everybody else. And I say, God, I still feel the burden of this thing. Yeah, because that's how you treat somebody else. You want them to carry the burden of whatever they did wrong forever and a day, but you want me to lift your burden overnight.
That's real. That's a real word.
So you got to be what you want. So if you want to be God to forgive you quickly, you want us to forgive you quickly and not hold it over your head and throw it in your face, then don't do it.
Right.
You may not say the words, but you may display the action. Because we high-tech Christians. I'm not going to act like I don't forgive you. I'm not going to say I don't forgive you. I'm just going to act like it. I'm going to make sure that my time with you is lessened. I'm going to make sure that I don't be bothered with you that much. I'm going to make sure that I don't engage you in eye contact or conversation. Those are all the signs that I have really forgiven. I ain't saying anything. I'm just going to treat you like you unforgiving.
That's good. That's true. All day.
Good. Your mind, the other place to have mind. You have to command. The Bible says, casting out vain imagination, vain thought, subject to the obedience of Jesus Christ. And that's one of the hardest things, is to stop my mind. Once something's in my head, it's hard for me to stop that reoccurring thought from happening. It's like it cycles back around in time period. And I've learned to time.
Oh, that's good.
I said, now, this stuff coming right on back. Let me see how this stuff coming back like traction, like I used to do with my kids. Like, oh, you having one? Oh. That's how you have to do time. And so I'm like, this is crazy that this thing that I said that don't bother me keep coming back up on me.
Right.
Then I found out I lied. It did bother me. So I have to find out why it bothered me. Why did this bother me the way it did? It bothered me the way it did because it made me feel some kind of way. So let me deal with that, and then let me break the cycle and get free from it.
Jesus.
And that was the hardest thing to admit something that shouldn't have had no effect on me. Something I said wasn't nothing. People I said wasn't nothing. They impacted me. What they thought of me, what they said about me, how they treated me, it impacted me. Even though it shouldn't have, that humanness felt vulnerable to something that I felt like I needed from them, that I didn't get from them. Because once you get what you need from somebody, what they do don't affect you the same way.
Wow.
Oh, God. Anyway,
Sheesh.
you want to keep your heart
Amen.
and your mind. And that's what I'm learning. Like, okay, God, you don't want me in the place of confusion, or you don't want me tormented and can't sleep or can't rest. You don't want me doing a job, but my mind is not there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You doing a job, but your mind ain't even on the job because
Right.
it's somewhere else.
That's right.
You almost become robotic. That's when you become inhuman. And so I tell you, inhuman, you'll be insulted. But that's what robots do. They do what they do without any type of feeling or emotional concentration. And that's what you do. You become robotic. You do what you do without any feeling, without any emotion, or without any concentration.
Talking about
Finally, brethren, this is where we are. They didn't finally. I know we done with it. I'm wrong. Listen. Whatsoever things are true,
Lord.
that's the thing. We don't like things that are true. I don't like things that are true about me.
right.
I like things true about you. But I don't necessarily like things that are true about me.
Yes.
I don't like the fact that I have to deal with things that I don't want to discuss, I don't want to confess, or I don't want to admit that's me. Like, I don't want to have to talk about my nasty attitude. I don't want to talk about I'm not always upbeat. I don't want to say that I'm not positive. I don't want to say that sometimes my faith fails me. I don't want to talk about sometimes I'm unforgiving. I don't want to talk about sometimes I'm moved because I really want to say something. I really want to say some stuff that ain't Christian. Positive. So sometimes it's hard to be honest because there's an expectation for you to be positive and upbeat and sober in your thinking. Sometimes I want to be just as silly as everybody else. And I don't mean in behavior, but I mean in some of their decisions. Like, I couldn't do that and get away with that. Sometimes we want to be irresponsible.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to be irresponsible. I have to do the right thing, and I want to be like everybody else. Like, so I can say, oh, I ain't know what I did. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. But you can't hide wisdom when you really have it.
Lord Jesus.
It's a way of life for you, so it ain't something that you do. It's really who you are. The problem is you trying to transfer the names who we are. See, so most of y'all are liars. That's why truth is hard to you.
Jesus.
So whatever things are true, that's gonna be like, what is that? What is that? It's hard for people to admit that they got a lie spirit.
Yeah.
They like to lie. Like, wow, this little rush, It's hard for you to be honest, that it's hard for you to be truthful. How do you tell somebody meeting was like, tell me something about you, Israel? I like to lie. Like, who's gonna be honest enough to tell somebody that truth? Tell me one thing about you that you ain't told people. I love to lie. You know what I'm saying? What kind of weight would that hold? That kind of truth. They find out they don't love to lie. But if I'd have been honest with you, what would I have done? So whatever things are true, be truthful. Just because you lie don't mean you have to remain a liar. Just because you're dishonest don't mean you have to stay dishonest. Just because you're bitter don't mean you have to. And that's what I like, because the most powerful thing you've been given is what?
Choice.
Every time I keep it, it's your choice. You choose to be whatever you are. Whatever things are honest, those character traits, these are components that make you have a positive attitude. Somebody who's truthful and honest, they stay upbeat. When you sneak and you lie, you always down because you don't know when you're gonna get caught. You're nervous. You're anxious because you don't know when it's gonna come out that you're lying. Whatever things are just, and I battle with just because I don't like to be fair. And just and fair is not the same thing. That's one of the hardest things that the church doesn't talk about. How do you deal with that life is just and it's not fair? And what really saying is just means that there's a balance in it. Like I tell you, you sit in the seat of blessing, and you got to sit in the seat of affliction. You got to balance, so you have appreciation for both. And when you come out of affliction, you appreciate the blessing. If things are always just wonderful, then wonderful will lose value.
Yeah.
It would. If everything was wonderful and nothing was nothing else, wonderful wouldn't carry the same value to you.
Amen.
Whatever things are pure, that's a rarity. When we're looking for something that's pure. I felt so embarrassed to be a Republican today because there's nothing pure in my heart. Must be a room for the Democrats. I'm proud to be a black Republican, amen. But I looked and I'm just so grieved. I've just been watching the convention. I've just been so grieved by what I see and what I hear because there is no substance. We have nothing to say, and so all you can do is attack other people. I'm just like, tell me something that's gonna give hope, that's gonna unify, politics and with a bunch of lies. But at least tell me a believable lie. You know what I'm saying? I thought about the scriptures about saying the last day you're gonna believe a lie and the truth. I said, Lord, that's you. I know they ain't, but tell me a lie. I want to hear it. I just been grieved for like 3 days. Like, I'm just like, Lord. I said, you gotta put your faith in God. That's the part I'm in now. I'm not the part Jesus. Jesus part. Yeah, I preach every Sunday. Whatever things I love it, and I'm learning to appreciate things that I did. I guess it's, as I get seasoned. I'm learning to appreciate things that I didn't think had value.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things transcend in value to you as you know, some things that, they mean more to you. And as I get older, peace means more to me than money right now. That peace, I'd rather have peace. I'd rather have peace. And I don't know, like, it gets lonely, but peace is so delicious that I'd rather have it sometimes than some honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am so focused that anything that would distract me from my purpose right now will be detrimental to me. I ain't got time to be arguing on nonsense. I ain't got time to cater to you when I need to cater to my business right now. I don't have time to embrace what you said right now because I'm trying to embrace the next vision of what God is trying to do, for my life, for the people. So a lot of excess, I don't have time for that.
Right.
So it's very strange because you live in a different era. If I was in the world, I'd just have booty calls. But because I'm in kingdom and I can't, then it restricts me.
Come on.
So it really kind of limits me. You feel boxed in. You know what I'm saying? Some things will be in a different way because you can say, listen, we just have sex and then I'm going home. You go. But you can't do that in kingdom. And so there's an attitude because you can't go and leave bleeding heart and leave people on and then go on about your business and then people and God not be where they need to be. That people of God don't be where they need to be again. And so it becomes a challenge because you can't do what you used to do.
Lord, see that.
What's convenient? And what we learn to do, we learn to use people and cut them off. Disposable.
Right.
There's no more use for you.
Right.
So I may not throw you in the garbage, I just throw you on the collectors.
Wow. Amen. That's the word.
Jesus.
So as you grow and you mature, you become accountable for your actions. And those things that you use. What are things of a good report? We turn on TV, we expect bad news. It's like even nowadays, like, what happened now? Something good. I got some good news. I was on my son's car today. So I was like, Lord, work it out.
Work it out.
Work it out. All the way in Salt Lake City, God, work it out. God put that thing right on that now. I'm telling you, He did it. And so I want to put it out there because sometimes we hear so many negative reports, God been moving this week. And I say, God, thank you, and I'm grateful because I know He ain't done yet.
Hallelujah.
Right?
Hallelujah.
But me and her dental school, we went and she thought they had sent it, and they never arrived. We called and found out and got the guy. He emailed me too. He said, yes, I got your daughter. I got your daughter's email. Da, 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 da. Like, I got it. We're going to take care of it. So I emailed him back. I said, you sure?
I know that's right.
But what I'm saying is that it's been a whole month that they didn't even have an application. But God said he's going to move this week. So we heard it. And now that you got the application. So things can move forward. Like I was telling him, I said, Negan, like, you think FedEx Jesus? Like, why did you assume that they were going to deliver the package and not? So I got to track it, and you never checked to see if it was delivered? She never checked. I said, you see how when we are careless, how the enemy can come in and push you going to dental school back a whole another year.
Lord.
Not because you weren't qualified, not because they would have wanted you, but because they never got your application. So even now, your application has to go in the second batch. But thank God he did that batch. But that's why we got to be careful.
Lord Jesus.
Even everything that we do, we got to be careful that it's done. Good news from KC. We put our application in for New York Fashion Week. Being careful, putting things in place, making sure they're done, going back and checking things off. Create a list. I told KC, I got 32 things on my list. I had 32 reminders of things that need to be done. Checking them off. Boom, boom, boom. Don't hold stuff in your mind.
Right.
You don't have the capacity to remember. So go, and then guess what? You need that onward progression that will motivate you.
Yeah.
Just keep an attitude, because as you get things done, you feel good. Like, oh, okay, I want to be out there. You know, I inquired in 3 places. You begin to feel positive. It keeps your attitude positive about what you want to do as you see yourself moving forward.
Amen.
All right.
If there be any virtue, anything clean, anything with any type of integrity, you have to look. So sometimes it's just true. You know. No, there are things, and there are people, there are women who are virtuous, and I have to say, because we see so much raunchiness, there are some virtuous women. God's still like, amen, maybe hallelujah.
I'm right there with you.
I'm like, there's a virtuous woman. You see them tell them that what's up there? I'm like, I'm looking around and he's like, yes, she is. Child, look at me. Look around like, what?
For sure.
I mean, like, hallelujah, everybody. Yeah, I'm talking about truth tonight. It's them being praised. Thank you for that truth. Sometimes you got to find this thing said what's up will be meaning. Sometimes you got to look for things they're not apparent. I mean, sometimes you got to look for something to praise about, like God, thank you. I got my phone stolen and they all that. That's what thank y'all didn't get another phone. That devil trying to get it like, oh, you got to do that. And they probably don't never find the guy. You know, and da, 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 da. I had to pray for the guy because, you know, I was going to find him. Like, I had to pray and say, Lord, I don't know, maybe he stole the phone to feed his family. It's still wrong, but it's possible. So I had to even think the positive, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just ain't still just because he want to play Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't why he stole my phone. You know? See, you have to find something crazy. He stole my phone from Pokemon, you know.
That's that.
But I think about who's not fed his family. His mom was sick, he sold the phone, bought medication, like stuff like that. Like, no, you have to think of things like the most positive scenario. You know what I'm saying? Not the little foolish stuff. Amen. It says, so what did he say? Think on these things. Do you know that he knows that it's harder to condition your mind and your heart? That's why I said think on these things, because you have a hard time thinking about things. It's easy, but you stay in your emotions. You always feeling something. of feeling some kind of way about something.
Yes.
But to get your mindset to stay positive is a whole nother challenge. So he said, think on these things. So he said, keep your mind medicated with positivity. Keep your mind medicated with things that are positive and objective.
Amen.
He said, those things that you have both learned and received and heard and seen in me do. You tell me, I was like, I would not do that. That's not what I do. When people mistreat me, I don't, Lord, he helped me so good. He was dealing with me about the 3 levels of people, about prayer. So you know, oh, I'm praying for my children, I'm praying for my family, I'm praying for my friends, praying for my. He said, no, that's what I asked you to pray about. He said, I told you first pray for those who hate me.
Jesus.
Then pray for those who despitefully use you. Then pray for those who persecute you.
Jesus.
So he first wants you to pray for those who just hate you. Then he wants you to pray for those who just want to use you. Then he wants you to pray for those who just want to talk about you.
Lord Jesus.
Don't want to persecute you. You always got something to say. Always a challenge. Why? And I kept saying, why?
Word.
Like, why don't pray for them? He said, simply so you don't be like them.
Right.
That you pray so you don't become someone who's always hateful and always looking negativity. You don't become someone who's always using the opportunity to utilize people and misuse them. That you don't become someone who always has something negative in your mouth to put and to say about other people in their life and their situation. It helped me because we don't pray for our enemies. As soon as we think of them, we like, yeah, earth swallow them whole. You know, we think of bad things to happen for them, and you know it conditions you. That it really will help you love everybody because even somebody you don't like, if you begin to pray and begin to see the power of God manifest in their life, it changes your heart. Because you can't see somebody and see God in them and hate them. That's why you say, how you gonna say you love me, you never see me, and people you see every day, you can't even, you don't even speak to them, you have no love for them. So you have to see God in them.
Amen.
It helps you to be tolerant.
No, Jesus, that means.
To have a positive attitude toward people who are negative. That's how when you want to be upbeat, now they deadbeat and fell down.
Lord.
You talk about everything positive, they're like, oh, it ain't gonna work out. Oh no, it's gonna work out. Oh, it's probably gonna. You go to the beach, it's probably gonna rain. Like, it's 90 degrees. Then I'm gonna get sunburned. Oh, it's like no matter what you say, there's a new restaurant. The food probably gonna be good. Like, you know, everything you say positive, and you have to make sure that you're not that person in certain areas that you are the one who always speaking negativity.
Right.
That you're the one who always gonna have a positive and optimistic attitude. Sometimes with my little like, I'll be like, I see something in them. They be like, well, you don't have to. I do. Because to me, there is something positive, something that's to be nurtured in each of us that is room to a place of greatness. Greatness is not selected by, your last name, where you come from, your breed, anything, doesn't determine greatness. It is nurtured. It's those people who have the ability to nurture the greatness that's in them. And what is great? It's the word that you can, greater he is in you than he is in the word, that word that nurtures, that says you can do all things through Christ, that strengthens you, that you're not limited by your circumstance or your situation. It is nurture that you can accomplish, that you are a conqueror, that causes you to rise above your circumstance and situation and obtain goals that seem to be unobtainable. That's what causes you to rise above situation and reach for vision. Because you believe something greater, something inside compel you to believe and begin to speak and decree to a place that you weren't at yet, that you can get there. But we don't, because we think that's foolish. To me, it's foolish not to believe. Anybody else gonna say it, or believe it for you. So there's a stage for your greatness. You have to be teachable. That's why those things that you have learned. If you're not teachable, you're gonna be limited in your success. And like I told you, I was very limited in undergrad because I couldn't learn. I struggled. You you said a biochemistry equation, I'm gonna be limited. You know why I can't do it? Because I thought I was smarter than the teacher and what I should have been learning. I was so busy trying to compete with my professor. That's why I don't know biochemistry. Because if I would have been in the stage to learn what I was trying to learn, instead of being so busy trying to compete with him to show him that I'm smarter than him, I was trying to teach myself. I didn't grasp all the concepts of it. That there was a flow in my life, so that even years later, you still able to do. I still can do algebraic equation and trigonometry. You know, because when you learn something, it may take you a minute, but it'll come right back. You know what I'm saying? You get stirred, and it'll ignite those things that you learn will come back to you. But when you think you know more, or you feel like you don't have to, or you feel like you see no value in what you're learning, it's hard for you to retain the knowledge. That's how some of y'all feel when it comes to the word, because you don't see the value of the word in your life. Wow. Like, oh, that ain't for me, or I can't use that, or that ain't me. That's not where I'm at.
That's real.
So he said you first got to be teachable, and then you got to receive, because you hear knowledge, but you won't receive it. Because some of you still say, but that ain't me. That's him. That's him. That's her. But that ain't me. When we limit that is us. So he said you got to be teachable, then you got to receive. And then he said, in what you hear and see. Some things are learned by what you hear audibly, and some things are demonstrated what you see visually. You know, some of y'all audible learners, some of your visual learners. Some things nobody ever said anything to you. You watch them, you learn. Like, you know, you watch your grandmother cook, or you watch, you know, certain things. You watch their behavior about certain situations. And because you watch it, you know how to do it. Mm-hmm. By just watching. They didn't sit and give you no hand-on-hand instruction. You just watched them, and out of watching them, you were able to do what they did. And so he's saying that it's still about your ability to be teachable. Somebody has to teach you to stay positive when negative things happen to you. They have to teach you how to stay upbeat when everything seems to be on the down road. That you don't come to the world like, oh, I'm just gonna be positive, you know, everything around me is negative. You don't, because society conditions you to say when things bad, you know, get mad, kick a wall, punch a door, scream, cuss, fight, get high, whatever. We're conditioned by our environment. And what I'm learning, because I'm a citizen of the world, is that different people anger different ways.
Yeah.
You know, over here you steal, they be like, oh no, you're gonna get, you know, you go to court and they fine you. Now in Saudi Arabia, they say you steal that hand, you won't have that hand. You're not gonna worry about it. That hand will never steal no more because you won't have it. No, I was like, yo, for real. Like, yeah, and the other one you got, you'll be like, I want to keep it. So you won't steal with that other one, no matter how hungry you get. And I was like, wow, like, so I learned that they condition themselves based upon the consequences. And I was in Thailand, I was like, you know, why ain't nobody get high? They all drunk. It was like, no, because if you get caught with narcotics after we came through the 80s, they said you get automatic 15 years.
Wow. All right then.
So you ain't gonna find none. You know, you can go open and Bangkok and everything. You won't get done there. You may go cross over to Vietnam, but you come back over there to Bangkok and get sober. They drunk as liquor. And that's their fault. Because they're conditioned. So they ain't got a whole bunch of people on meth and opium and none of that. They ain't got a lot of people walk around in the days and have to go to the clinic to get a shot. No. Because 15 years will sober you up. It's different environments that it'll condition you. Yeah. And even positive thing, when I was in Abu Dhabi, I was like, I ain't seen not one hair salon. Then I thought, why wouldn't they? The women hair club. It's just 1,000 barbershops on every corner. No, really, I was like, wow, this is really awesome. Different. Everybody's conditioned. Now in Saudi Arabia, everybody had the same white sheet on. I'm like, man. I told my friend, I told he had 100 white, like, yeah. And I was like, but it's the same thing. How anybody don't know you anymore what you had on? Like, I was conditioned, but I was like, I would want like, I mean, exactly the same. You know, put a mark on it, like put some pizzazz around it, you know, something, you know. So it's like, no, You go in the mall, everybody. Your child get lost, you can't find. Oh, yeah. You say I beat, everybody gonna turn around. I'm just kidding. I beat, everybody. I told him you can't do it. No, I'm like, oh, who is he? He got a long beard. Everybody got a long beard. Like, you know, it was crazy. I'm like, wow. You say he a black man, it's, oh, he right there. So we're conditioned. But what I'm learning is that even people in remote situations, you know, I learned that people in remote situations, they are so positive. When I go to Bangladesh, I love it because the people are so humble and they're so positive. You're looking at them like, damn, like how much you make a year? Like, make $100 for the whole year. Like, what? And they happy. And we blow $100 and we still ain't happy. I'm like, I mean, that's why I guess I took my kids and I traveled because I wanted them to appreciate, because what you take for granted is really luxury somewhere else.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is what he says. And the God of peace will be what? With you. If you meditate on these things and you maintain a positive attitude, you'll keep peace. The Bible says pursue peace. You got to ensue it. You got to find and you got to put peace in a headlock. Like you can't let it loose. It might run. You know what I'm saying? With your life, it'll run. All of a sudden, I'm out of him. You got everything I left. So you got to really pursue peace. And what we don't do, like if somebody in disagreement, we won't go behind them and get you. I ain't chasing them. Well, the Bible tells you to. Pursue peace. If peace is with Lewis, I can't let Lewis go around and ignore it and go the opposite way. In order for me to have peace to know I don't say what's bothering me and now I can't let him be able to say what's bothering him, I may have to go while he's trying to avoid me and say, hey, listen, we need to talk about this. He's like, I ain't gonna chase nobody. That's our thing. I ain't got yeah, he does. I ain't got to run from nobody. I ain't got to run behind. You do have to run behind people. If peace in them and they running from you, you got to go pursue them.
Wow.
That means they have the ability that people who can hold your peace will try to leave. And you need to say something that they will have the ability to avoid you.
You teach you good.
That's good teaching.
So sometimes you do have to pursue them. Woo! Going over there. Listen. Verse 10, and I'm closing. But I rejoice the Lord greatly that now at the last your care of me have flourished again. People will fall out with you when you begin to make them exercise a positive attitude about something they want to be negative about.
Jesus.
They'll get mad. Well, you don't know my situation. Like, okay, I do. I just heard your situation, but I'm still saying you got to be upbeat. And so he had to tell people that they start getting angry with him. And people will find themselves frustrated. People will find themselves frustrated. But it's going to be good. Right? Oh, Lord. Listen. But what happens is that sometimes you got to understand, and what we do, we're afraid for people to be angry with us. We'll wait for people to be upset with something that we have to do that will cause them to be better. Like, they may get mad at you, but they'll be all right. I know Donnie always say, I'm mad right now, but I'll be okay. I'm like, I know you're mad, but I don't care. Because this is for your betterment. And then he said, I'm good now. But sometimes it takes that anger. I don't like what you have to say. I was talking to my kids today, and I was telling them, like, I don't want to hear that. Can I hang up? I said, no, devil, you better not hang up. And so she said, oh, I knew I should have texted. I didn't know you called because you wanted to hear it. And so sometimes we do have to hear those things. She said, you know what? I don't like what you said, but I know it's the truth. And one thing about truth, it may not be something that you readily like or enjoy that will make you change your attitude, but those who are placed in a position of authority to speak truth to people, we can't be deterred by their negativity or by their lack of enthusiasm about what you're saying. because this thing is going to help them get positive. And sometimes before you get positive, you have to be stripped of the negative attitude and demeanor around that thing that's positive. Sometimes something positive is wrapped in a bunch of negativity.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. We know all things work what? Together for the good. And our motto for this year is going to end good. Regardless of what it is, it's going to end good. Your situation is going to end on positive. No, it's going to end good. But it may not feel like it look like it right now, right? It said, now that the last your care of me approach again, wherewith you were also careful, but you lack opportunity. Do not miss your opportunity.
Yes, Lord.
What I'm learning, the opportunity is not always there. Sometimes we give an opportunity, we blow it because we're so spoiled. We think it's always gonna be there. Like, oh my, you may not have opportunity. But people go, oh, I can find somebody, but you may not fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
You may find somebody, but you may not fall in love.
That's real.
Or you may fall in love with them, but they may not fall back in love with you.
Ooh, shit.
Who said that? Finding nobody ain't hard. Find somebody who match you is.
Yeah.
Hard find somebody that's not just like that. Find somebody who can match your goals, your vision, your dreams is what becomes a challenge. Somebody who can accommodate your growth and your development becomes a challenge. Finding somebody who will support you in what you called to do becomes a challenge. Find somebody who will believe in you like you will believe in them may be a challenge. Find somebody who don't mind working may be a challenge. You know, find somebody who can value you for who you are, not what you have, may be a challenge. So I want to tell you that when opportunity knocks, don't ignore it. And the other side, don't abuse it. Don't fool yourself because it's going to always come back again. Because I think when you say, oh, it's just drop on you can easily find somebody else. That's not true. You can maybe find somebody to be with, but you didn't find somebody to be in love with. There's a difference. And so I tell people to cherish, stay optimistic about what you believe that God has given you. So you can that it keeps redemptive value.
Yeah.
Keep respect in relationship. Whether it be intimate relationship, whether it be friendships, keep the respect there. Keep the respect in the relationship. That's it. Amen.
Amen.
Father, in the name of Jesus, God, we just thank you. We give you honor, glory, and praise. Father, I pray that the word come on good ground. God, help us to stay positive and optimistic about what you called us to do. God, let us culture hold to vision and purpose. And let us not stop or be deterred because it seems like it's taking forever. Whether it be the resources that we need, whether it be the timing, or whether it be the people that we need in order to make it come to pass, we know that all things work together for the good. Just let's make sure that we are the working part, and that when it's our time and our opportunity, we're working for the good. And we want to do that by staying positive, by believing, by operating in faith, by operating in love. And God, we give you the honor and the glory for it even now. Father, I pray that now that even the remainder of the week, as we get over this hump of the week, that it will stay positive. I pray that you open doors that no man can shut and shut doors that no man can open. We just ask you to get the glory. Give us wisdom that can only come from you. You said man wisdom is sensual and it's demonic, oh God, but you said the wisdom that comes from God is peaceable, God, easily being treated. Let us remember to know the difference in what comes from you and what comes from our own self. God, take us out of the own ideas of our own mind and let's see what's the betterment of our community. We thank you for what you're going to do and how you're going to do even now. I pray that now, God, deal with us individually as well as corporately. And we'll be so careful to tell the world that it was not ourselves, it wasn't our own doing, but it was all of you. I thank you now. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.